Hey folks, Aaron here from Aaron's Practical Reviews. And as you can see here, we are no, we're not in Las Vegas. It's crappy outside. It's freezing out. It's gray. It's drab. And I'm sick of shooting videos out in the cold. So I'm in here in the green screen and I did take this picture though, believe it or not, in 2009. Yes. But anyways, let's get into the point of the video here. T7i, some of my favorite settings on here. Favorite filters, some of the things that you new people out there to the DSLR world, to the T7i world, probably don't really know about or aren't too familiar with. And I'm going to give you a quick guide here to get into some of those more fun modes, more creative modes that kind of make your photography and videos look a little different. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the old movie mode that I had in my last video. This is a very easy mode to get into. It's very easy to use, and it leaves those bars, those cinematic bars on the screen here that look really cool. So let me show you how to do that. It's very simple.
The way we're going to get to the filters is first we're going to come over here and turn the camera up to the movie mode right there. Then we're going to come over here and change this setting to this here, which is the creative filters or filters. This little half moon, that's what you want it on. And if you're on the right one, then you should be able to hit the Q and get to this menu right here where it says choose filter. So we're going to choose filter, and let's go through some of the filters. Old movies apply scratches, distortion, and flicker similar to old film. This is old movie. Old movie effect. No clue if there's going to be a difference here. It's supposed to get that flicker and like that old film effect. This is old film.
Okay, as you saw there, I'm pulling from some older videos of mine because I have a whole library of videos and tutorials that a lot of people don't even know exist. And back when I first got this and started messing around with this, so I'm going to pull from some of those videos and kind of do a montage here. Okay, second, I want to get into how to shoot monochrome or the sepia on here. There's a couple ways to get into it. I'm just going to show you probably the easiest way to get into it and some samples that I've taken over the years in those modes, because right now where I'm at, it's really dark, gloomy gray outside. So anything in color just looks, it's kind of depressing. So might as well just throw on the monochrome or the sepia look and take some of the depression away, maybe. I don't know, there's still no leaves or animals. It's too cold. But anyways, so let's get into that mode.
Now what you want to do here is come over here, push the Q, this Q button right here, push that, and it's going to come over here. It's going to give you the options here for built-in flash. But you want to tap that. Let's turn off the flash because we don't need that. And then, as you can see, hit the back. Now up here, this here, ambient. Now here you can scroll down. This is so responsive. Or you can also scroll down by tapping this. As you can see here, you can tap down. Now you want to go to monochrome, hit that, and now here we are. Now straight away here we're in black and white, as you can see right there. That's black and white. Now I want to go over here, and as you can see right there, sepia. Okay, now if you tap in the middle, BW.
All right, now there's another fun mode, I think, that really makes your pictures pop, and it's fun to experiment in the black and whites and the sepias and stuff like that. Also, I want to talk about AV mode on here. Now, if you are new to this camera, T7i, photography in general, anything, AV mode is aperture priority, and unfortunately, if you have the kit lens, you're not going to see a very big benefit from using that, unless you're probably zoomed into the, well, no, there's really not a big benefit you can get from that, because I think it's a f4, f4.5. I think the kit lens is f4. The 18 to 55 is an f4. You're not going to really be able to utilize that unless you get like an f2.8 or an f1.8, like the 50 millimeter f1.8. So if you have an f2.8 lens or an f1.8 lens, AV, aperture priority, is where you're going to want to go, and that's where you're going to start to experiment, and you're going to start learning how to separate your subject from the background, get that nice blurred background look that everybody likes so much. And honestly, one of the main reasons why you would get a DSLR versus using your cell phone, which today cell phone cameras are amazing, but they still don't have the ability to really separate and give a nice clean separation like a DSLR or a interchangeable lens camera, you know, mirrorless, whatever. So let me go over, this is a quick little tutorial on the AV mode, and it's very simple and it's self-explanatory, but definitely try to get involved in the AV mode. That'll be your first step getting out of auto mode, which will be, it'll continue the process of learning photography and being able to utilize these cameras and get at their max potential.
Or aperture value, aperture priority with AE, auto exposure. I'm going to use the Sigma f1.8 lens here. So if you're using a kit lens, your options here are only going to be starting at f4. But for the sake of this video, I want to show a huge depth of field and what this can do. So I'm going to start with the f1.8. So let's get a picture at f1.8 and see what it looks like with this depth of field. As you can see here, the background's fairly blurred, almost completely blurred at f1.8. Now the reason I use this a lot is because I like to control my depth of field and what's in focus, and this is a perfect mode for that. So here I want the background to be a little more in focus, as you can see there. And as you gradually bump this up, it gets more and more in focus. So this is a great option for people who are just learning with like the 50 millimeter, or if you get any other like f1.8 or f2 lens or something and you're not used to shooting in that and you want to kind of explore what that can do. So let's go here with the 7 point, and let's see, this should really bring, there you go. Now you can see the background starting to come into focus. And this really makes a big difference when you're starting out with one of these lenses. Now here, let's go to f11. So here you should expect it to be fairly clear throughout the full depth of the image, or at least fairly deep into the image. Now here, just for the heck of it, let's go all the way up, max it out, and there you go.
Okay, so now you got those three things there to kind of practice and play with throughout the winter months, which we are in here. Get ready for the spring, and keep an eye out. I'm going to link some videos in the description below, some of my older videos, and I was fairly new to YouTube, so bear with me on those if you want, but they're kind of like some tutorials on some of the different features on here. Like I said, I was really new to YouTube at that time, so I was kind of like in the experimental stages here, and yeah, it was only a year and a half ago. So, but I'm gonna link those in the description below with some kind of I don't know, descriptions on them, because I was looking through I couldn't even find them on my own thumbnails, so I'm gonna link them. So, but that'll kind of give you something if you're totally new here and you don't want to mess around with hunting for and how to do all these things. They'll kind of give you some ideas and something to do, something to play with if you're bored and you're interested. So that's it, folks. Oh, don't you feel the heat? I love it. I can't wait to get back to Vegas. Debating on bringing all my gear to Vegas. I'm thinking, man, one bad decision in Vegas or something and you lose all that gear. Oof. So guys, yeah, there you go. Get out there, try some of these new features and stuff on your new camera. Okay, it's a new year and you got a new camera and you've got some pretty awesome features on this little guy. So give them a shot. All right, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Happy New Year, and keep an eye out. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.